Hey everybody, welcome into the channel. I hope you're doing well. Spirit has a message, so I don't know if this is for anybody in particular or if it's the collective as a whole. Could be the collective as a whole because there's something from the past that's going to come back up into your life, your thoughts, and Spirit wants you to get really clear on what this is from the past. It's time for you to go within and reflect on it when it pops back up. The overall message here is the Fool, to take a step forward into the unknown. So not only is Spirit asking you to take the first step to really get clear on what this was in the past that shattered a dream that you had. I don't know what that was specifically, but it was something your heart was set on, and whatever it was left a lot of burden on you, and you were not expecting an ending with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords here in this particular card is in this person's back. So it put a lot of burden on you when this person or thing rejected you, never got back to you, moved out. It can be any kind of scenario. You may have lost financials. The situation for the collective as a whole will be different when this past, it's almost, I'm hearing the past haunts you because of how bad it hurt. It was like left you blindsided because of the ending and the swords being in the back. And therefore it shattered a dream that you had. You could have lost a job. Maybe you had a dream that you were saving money to purchase a house or a car or something like that. It could have been a relationship because, when it comes to emotions, that can be anything you're emotionally attached to, person, place, or thing. But it ended. And it was not comfortable. So it's coming back up to the surface again. And Spirit saying, we're doing this for a reason. We need you to understand this ending. This Ten of Swords is in the front of this person. So when it's in the back, it was an ending, a painful ending you didn't see coming. And here, Spirit's like, okay, it was an ending. You didn't expect it. It shattered your dreams. It hurt. It was a lot. And you're still holding on to it. With the Ten of Swords in the front, they want you to understand and reflect, why did the ending happen? Why were you left? Or why did the job go away? Why did this person move out? Why did this person not get back to me? Why did it just suddenly end? And with the swords in the front, it's you looking at it and understanding it was an ending. It's over. And and to make peace with the past. So here we have the Four of Swords and Six of Cups. That's the past again. And the base is the Six of Cups. To make peace with it. And when you make peace with that ending, even though it was hurtful and it was a lot, it almost made you feel like you didn't want to approach another situation like this because it scared you, because it was so heavy on you. But when you look at it and reflect on it, with the Knight of Cups, again, because the Knight of Cups in your base was reversed. So the dream was shattered, and now it's, okay, well, when you reflect on it and you take a look at the ending, you have the High Priestess, Seven of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Now you can, when you reflect on it and you get enlightenment on the situation and look at it, because I don't think you've been looking at it. I think you've been burying it, which is why you've been stuck and you haven't been able to move forward. It's because you're scared, right? Endings hurt. So, I mean, if you burn your finger, you know, you're going to be a little nervous about being around fire because you are going to associate it with pain. So you're not going to want to start another, fire in the fireplace or your fire pit because it's going to make you nervous. Even though fire provides warmth, it can provide light. It can provide something for you. And so Spirit's like, please look at this because, your higher self, your intuition will know when you're being lied to, when you're being fooled or tricked. When you look at that, you'll be able to gain your emotion back to restart a dream, whether that's going after a new job, opening yourself up emotionally to another relationship. When you get the insight, you're going to realize what the red flag was on this ending. And you won't lie to yourself anymore about what happened because you've suppressed it, you've shut it down, and you can't move on until you look at it and understand, why did it end? I totally understand. We all go through it, all of us. And a lot of times we don't get closure on why it ended. And so we're forced to get that closure ourselves. And the closure means we understand and get a lesson out of it. So even if you don't really truly get to the bottom of why it ended or why this person left, whatever the situation was, you can say, okay, I at least know more intuitively with the High Priestess. I remember that conversation we had, or I remember what happened specifically on a certain day. And you learn from, I can pay attention to what conversations are being had. Am I being lied to? Am I being tricked? As I move forward towards my dream again, opening up emotionally, being able to offer myself out and be vulnerable again. You may not get closure from what ended, but you can certainly give yourself peace with the past by learning what tricked you. Did you trick yourself? Did the situation trick you? Did a certain person? Or did you do it yourself? And then you can make peace. And you may not get the closure from the situation or the person, but you're giving it to yourself, which then allows you to have stability because you've learned. There's a lesson with the Hierophant, right? With the High Priestess and the Hierophant, it's your higher self. You are elevating because you're not remaining stuck. You're not suppressing it, because when you learn from it, it makes you stronger. And then you'll be the Queen of Cups, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But you'll emotionally feel like you can start to open back up to the world. You'll be balanced between the lesson and moving forward. You'll be able to harmonize yourself. And when you have an awakening and make yourself uncomfortable with the Tower here, that allows you to not be afraid anymore. When you are in other connections, unions, partnerships, you know what I'm saying? You can be in a partnership with a job, a company, a boss, a family member, somebody you love, a sibling, whatever it was. You'll be able to not be afraid to get back out there and harmonize, because you've taken the lesson with the Page of Swords. You've taken a look at it. You've reflected. Nine of Wands. You know that you will not reapproach a situation that gave you an ending that you were not expecting, because you looked at it and you know what happened. And you won't make the same mistake again. And then it allows you to be the fool once again, to be able to go back out into the unknown, even though, if you come back into union with another person, you may not know how that's going to turn out, but you won't be afraid. You won't be in fear, because you made yourself uncomfortable enough to look at the past and know. So you learned from it. And your dreams won't remain shattered. I don't know what this situation was, but it was heavy and it was uncomfortable. But if you keep it suppressed and you harbor it internally, then you're allowing whatever walked away from you, left you, rejected you, you're leaving the power of that situation or that person. You're giving your power to keep your dreams shattered. So even though the dream may not have worked in this situation or with this person, you can certainly have that dream again when you make peace and just take the lesson with you. And every time you make yourself uncomfortable, by reflecting, pulling away, and taking a look at it and getting clear, then you're releasing the past. You're whatever that hurt was, you're dropping these wands, you're dropping the burdens, you're taking those swords out of your back. And now you're moving forward, even though you may not know how the next union will turn out. The next connection. whether that's a job, love, friendship, family, going after a passion. Maybe, you could be doing something that is a side hustle that you're hoping could be a full-time gig. And maybe that specific hustle you're going after may not work out. And that might have been what this was for some of you. And now you're afraid to get back out there. And spirit and the universe is like, no. You might just need to reapproach it, right? That might not be your specific path. Maybe you just need to tweak it and do something a little different to make it work for you. But once again, don't let whatever hurt you, rejected you, or left you out in the cold, or whatever you may have lost financials with, don't let it hold you back. That's why it's coming back up, because you're afraid. You're afraid to start again. And the universe is like, no, 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 no. If you learn from it, you'll be able to move forward. So let's get an angel number. Yeah, every time you're made to be uncomfortable, you elevate, you grow, you become untouchable. So whatever that situation is, that'll never happen again, because you won't let it. And if you start to see maybe somebody's lying to you, somebody's deceiving you, somebody's tricking you, when your intuition is open with the high priestess, as you, with the Knight of Cups, give your love or open yourself up emotionally to something new, once you start to see any kind of sign of trickery, deceit, lie, you'll learn to pull yourself back right away so you won't end up hurt again. And that's what's going to happen for you. And that's why this past memory is popping back up or about to pop back up. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. Letting go. Take a step. You can't make it up. That's what the universe is telling you, to let go of this past situation and take that first step forward in starting again, whatever that may be for you. Letting go, 3, 2, 1. Surrender and let go of control. Release resistance and trust in the flow of life. Knowing that everything unfolds in divine timing and for your highest good. So this is the time. This is the divine timing of this situation coming back up. Whether it's a memory, whether maybe it's a person that tries to reapproach you, that it is somebody who lies and tricks you and deceives you. If it comes back up physically, or if it's a memory, you're just being asked to just face it, deal with it, understand it, know what it was so you can let go. Take a step, 5, 3, 5. Let go of old beliefs. There's the Hierophant, the learning, right? Getting yourself back in balance emotionally. Let go of old beliefs and patterns that no longer serve you. See the patterns. Remember I told you with the Page of Swords and the 9 of Wands, you will not reapproach another situation, connection, partnership the same way, because you'll know. prepare to step out of your comfort zone in order to grow and expand. Remember, I told you you're going to elevate. So it gets to the point where, sure, you can get into many partnerships, relationships, situations. But as soon as something smells a little fishy, you're going to know it right away. And that's your cue to step out and step away and let go sooner. So the first lesson is always the hardest because we may have held on too long. I know I've been there. I've done that a few times. But I've elevated because I've focused on what happened during that time with that situation or that person. And now, if I find any trickery, lies, or deceit, or if maybe I blindly stepped into something lying to myself, I know it right away. Your intuition will kick in and give you those red flags. And then you know. Do I want to do... Let's do an emotional... because this does seem to be an emotional situation with the dream, the cups, and the queen of cups, and the union, which is cups. A lot of emotions right now. What do we have here for the collective? Confidence. You know, it's so true. Going through this and learning from this gives you the confidence you need to trust your intuition moving forward. Confidence is the inner belief that you have the strength to face challenges. It's about trusting yourself and your abilities. When this card appears, it encourages you to take action, knowing you can overcome any obstacle. This is helping you to gain your confidence. It's not coming back up on purpose to knock you down, to make you take a step back, to make you feel bad about what happened. No. The universe says, no, you need to just look at it so you can understand it, pick yourself back up, and know when something starts to get funky in a situation, you know to step back, step away from it, reevaluate it, and know if you need to get out of it sooner. That's the message I have for you. That's the message Spirit has for you. I hope it resonated. I hope it was helpful. If you found it to be helpful, and if it did resonate, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, share, comment. That helps the channel to grow. And also stay tuned because I do astrology videos so you can help understand what's happening, and so you can harness yourself in situations and know how to get yourself through what's happening, right? So anyway, I love you guys and I hope it was helpful. I'll talk to you soon.